Why are you looking at my feet?
Because you're nasty. He's rubbing his toes together, guys. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We have decided to start a new series on this channel, where on the first of every single month, we are going to be telling you guys our 5 favorite movie/TV shows of that previous month.
But since we have started halfway through the year, we decided that we would do 5 from May and then 5 from the previous month. So we're going to be starting with giving you our top 5 from the previous months, and then we'll get into May right after that.
Rock, paper, scissors, go. Wait. Rock, paper, scissors, go.
Come on, this is easy money right here.
Paper, scissors, go.
I'm just playing the game. This is easy money. I know what you're going to pick.
What you do ya?
Alright, the first one on my list is going to be Mythic Quest. It's an Apple original, so you can find it on Apple TV+. It's a sitcom. It's a really funny show to me. So Mythic Quest is a video game. It's the most popular game in the world. And basically the show takes place in the offices with the developers and the creator and basically everybody that works on the game. The filming and all that takes place in those offices, and it's just really funny. There's also like a twist in it to make it even a little more interesting, I guess you could say. And they also had a quarantine episode recently, which to me was done really well. But yeah, so that was really good, so you can check that out on Apple TV+.
Okay guys, so my first pick is, if you haven't seen this already, after you finish watching this, go watch it. It's on Netflix. It is The Trials of Gabriel Fernandez. I don't know why you would never have seen this yet, because it was like hyped up. And it was a good hype. It's a documentary based on a boy. He was murdered by his mom and his stepdad. They go on about how he was mistreated, how nobody listened. They neglected him in so many different ways. Even when they went to the house to check up, like the police or the social worker, whenever they went to the house to check up on him from a complaint that was made, they would always believe the mom.
And they wouldn't even ask to see Gabriel.
Yeah, they wouldn't ask to see Gabriel.
They would just listen to the mom, and then they would leave when she said everything was fine.
Yeah, you should definitely go check that out. It was very emotional.
Yeah. She cried on every episode, probably.
Yeah, on first episode in
But I
tears.
feel like most people did. Everyone was super emotional about it and this and that, which obviously makes sense given the circumstances.
Go check it out on Netflix.
Alright, so the Gabriel documentary was also on my list, so I'm not going to be repeating that one, obviously. So the next one on my list is going to be on Netflix as well. It's called Kingdom. It's a really good show. If you're into zombies and just gore, and if you're into zombies, I think you'll like it. It's originally a Korean show. So if you don't mind the words and the mouth not fully matching up, because it got voiced over into English. So if you don't mind that, I would definitely say to check it out because it's really good. There's not really much to say about this show. It's just a lot of zombies. It's a lot of people trying to survive the zombies, obviously. There's 2 seasons. I watched both of them.
He's not one to binge a show either, and I feel like you binged this one.
Yeah. This one I watched pretty quick. I was surprised. So yeah, go check that out. It's called Kingdom. It's on Netflix.
On my next one.
Don't mind Doku's Tale right here.
My first TV show from Apple TV is called Servant. It was really good. So, it's not scary, but it's creepy in a way.
Yeah.
So basically what the show is about, it's about a married couple who...
What the heck was that?
This show is about a married couple who had a child, and unfortunately they go through a traumatic tragedy that leads them to hire a nanny. And when she shows up, weird things start happening. Weird things. I'm not going to say any more about it because that'll just give it up. It's
just really weird and creepy. It's not scary in the sense of monsters or jump scares or anything like that, but it's just the vibe of the show. It's a little off-putting. It's one of those shows you could definitely binge. Mm-hmm. We had to wait once a week, right? If it was all out at the same time when we first started watching it, we probably would have watched it in a couple days. She probably could have watched it in one day. But yeah, it's really good. It's either directed or written by M. Night Shyamalan. I did not say it was slow.
Yes.
That's a really good one. You should definitely check it out.
Apple TV.
2 of the ones that she said was actually on my list as well, which is Servant and...
Trials of Gabriel Fernandez.
Yeah. Those are both on my list, so this is gonna be my last one, and then you'll probably give like 3 straight. My last one is going to be on Netflix. It's a Netflix original. It's called Ozark. It's been out for a little bit. There's 3 seasons. I watched the 3rd season this year when it came out. So it's starring Jason Bateman, but the real star of the show to me is the character Ruth, played by Julia Garner. Her character and the way she just plays it is really, really good. So basically the show has to deal with money laundering and drug cartels. Basically this family that's normally had nothing to do with that kind of stuff gets tied up into it and basically tries to survive. So yeah, it's a great show. To me, it gets better every season. To me, it's their best show they've put out besides Stranger Things. She actually watched part of the last season.
We tried watching it together in the beginning, but I just couldn't get into it. It wasn't my type of show, and it seemed like it started off pretty slow. But with the newest season, when I had watched some episodes with him, it was actually really good. I was really intrigued and I wanted to watch the next episode and the next episode.
It might start off slow, but I feel like that's just setting it up for what it's going to be. But once it starts to get going, it literally keeps you engaged and wanting to know more. So go check that out. It's on Netflix.
Okay, next on my list is The Stranger. It's on Netflix. So in the beginning, you'll see a husband coming across some new information to him about his wife's latest pregnancy. How he came upon this information is from a woman who has teamed up with her significant other to blackmail many people for money. So he tries to dig and dig to figure out what the lady's talking about, if it's true. So it mostly follows that family through the show, while occasionally dropping in on a few other people.
Yeah, this is actually on my list too, but I haven't
Is it?
started it, yeah.
Oh, not on your list.
Not on my actual list. But on my Netflix list, I wanted to watch this, but it actually sounds pretty good. So I'll probably check it out. So she's going to keep going because I don't have any more. She stole 2 or 3 of mine.
Okay, so next on my list, another Apple TV original, Dickinson. Starring Haley Steinfeld, the GOAT.
We're not putting that in there.
Basically, this TV show is based on Emily Dickinson. So in the show, Haley plays Emily.
But it's really exaggerated. For one, there's modern music.
Yeah, so
And it's definitely different.
it obviously looks like it was in a different time. So this show is based off of the 19th century. But what they do to the show, which makes it better in a way, I guess, more interesting, is they incorporate the 21st century into the show. So back then, women had to do the cooking, the cleaning, and that was pretty much it. And the men would go out, work, get the money, come home. So yeah, anyways, she is striving to be a poet. She gets a lot of heat from her parents, not following the unwritten guidelines of a woman.
She's just really rebellious.
There you go.
She's just rebellious. She has her own mind and wants to do her own thing.
So yeah, go watch Dickinson. It's a comedic drama that will follow up with the season 2. So the last show on my 5 favorites from January through April is called When the Streetlights Go On. It's on Quibi. The show's about a double homicide that happens in the beginning of the series. So it's kind of based off of people in high school, I guess you can say. So after the double homicide takes place, people go about their days mourning the deaths of the 2 victims, while the police are investigating another murder. They are connected in a way. So yeah, that takes a big toll on the community as a whole, considering the circumstances of both murders. But yeah, go check it out on Quibi.
Alright, so we're done with our 5 picks from the previous month. So now we will start with our May picks. I'll go first. The first one on my list is going to be Dave. It's a HULU original or FX original. That's a really good show. It's about a rapper, aspiring rapper coming up and just the stuff that he has to deal with, but in a really funny way. There's actually other hip hop artists that make an appearance in the show. If you're into hip hop at all, I think you would like the show. But yeah, that's pretty much the basis of the show. So yeah, if you're into that, I would say check it out. It's on HULU.
So Dave was on my list as well, so I'll just jump to the next one.
Finally.
Okay, so my first pick of May is Sweet Magnolias. Basically, they live in like a small town. They grew up there. I guess I should say
She just keeps going in the frame.
who I'm referring to as they are 3 women that are friends. They grew up together. Basically, they face their hardships with one another, whether it be because something's happening in their relationship, something happened with like in their jobs lives.
She just grabbed my nose.
Something happened in their jobs, or just like personal issues that they have going on.
So what kind of show is it? Like a comedy?
So it's a romance TV show, but it's not like a lovey-dovey romance one where a guy's gonna be like, I'm not watching that, I'm not watching it. But it's a good romance show. I highly recommend it.
Alright, so the next one on my list is actually a movie, Bad Boys for Life. I know it didn't come out in May, but that's when I watched it. To me, it's the best movie out of all 3, and I don't know if that's controversial or it's a hot take or not. I'm not sure what other people felt about it really. I know the critics did give it a good review though. To me, it's just bigger, it's better, it's a lot of action. I like how they continue the story. If anybody doesn't know what Bad Boys is about, I guess, it's starring Will Smith, Martin Lawrence. They're detectives. They do detective work, but it's a comedy, so they do it in funny ways. There's jokes. But yeah, it's like I said, it's really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I think you guys should check it out.
Okay, so next on my list is American Horror Story.
Which I've never seen, by the way. Oh
yeah.
I always forget that. Well, I've seen parts of
The election.
I don't know why.
That's all, folks.
That show seems like it'd be right up my alley. But yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I just haven't really gave like a proper shot, I guess.
And even then, through that season, he fell asleep. If you don't know Matt, oh my goodness. He's gotten so much better at it, but whenever we would go like watch a movie at the theaters or watch something together in like his room before we lived together, he would always fall asleep, especially in the movie theater. And he's the one that wanted to go. He would always fall asleep.
Yeah, but
he's gotten better at it, I guess.
I wouldn't always fall asleep. I would say I fall asleep 1 every 5.
No, like 9 times out of 10, you guys. 9 times out of 10, he would fall asleep.
But we would go late.
All the time. Okay, so anyways, American Horror Story. The newest season that I've seen on Netflix is called Apocalypse. The newest one, though, you can watch it on HULU. I haven't watched that one yet. But each season is different. In Apocalypse, I've noticed that they connect one of the other seasons into it, but I haven't really noticed any other connection within the series in other seasons.
Maybe they all connect.
Yeah.
You just haven't.
Maybe they do, but I just
noticed.
haven't caught on. I'm a little slow, guys. But yeah, Apocalypse is a good season. Obviously, there's an apocalypse. The world is ending. While the world is ending, there's these certain people that go around and taking only a select few with them that have like intellectual capabilities. I think that's how they put it. I'm not quite sure. It's been a minute since I've seen it. But they take them, fly them out to an underground bunker, and they all have their own roles. So they could either be like a maid or a servant, or like one of the higher class people that just like sit around all day. They do have to follow rules, and if they don't obey the rules, then there are punishments, and it's kind of like shrewd punishments. Towards the middle, a little later than the middle of the season, there's like a plot twist towards the end. You get to see how it all started and how it kind of ties in the other season. So yeah, I recommend that as a must watch. It's on Netflix again.
Yeah, and just to let you guys know, I guess, even though we are doing our favorite stuff from like a certain month, that doesn't mean what's on our list came out that month. It's just what we have seen that month. So there's going to be some stuff that did come out in the months that we are speaking of, but just like American Horror Story, the season she watched, and Bad Boys for Life, and there's probably other ones too. Yeah, it came out before May, but it's just the stuff that we have watched during the month that we were speaking of that we will be bringing up. But anyways, I'm up next. Alrighty here. All right, so for me, the next one is going to be on Hulu. It's called Solar Opposites. It is an animated show. The creator or co-creator of Rick and Morty is a part of this show. So when you watch it, you can obviously tell the animation and all that. It looks straight out of Rick and Morty's world. But it's super good. It's funny, obviously. So basically, it's about these aliens that their planet is getting, I think, destroyed or something like that. So they come to Earth, and then they try to just adjust, I guess, to the life of Earth. Well, one of them does. The other one hates Earth. The other one tries to make the best of it. What makes the show, to me, even more interesting, though, it's kind of like two shows in one, because you have, the aliens with them trying to live life on Earth, but then you also have the kid aliens that are shrinking humans and throwing them into like a ant farm, but for humans, obviously. And then so there's that whole different world that's inside their room, the aliens room. So part of the show will be about the aliens and what they're doing, and then like another part of the show will be about what's going on inside the ant farm. Oh yeah, and there's also like little Easter eggs, like references of Rick and Morty in the show, so that's kind of cool too if you're into that. As you watch Solar Opposites, see if you can spot all the little references and stuff. Yeah, it's a really good show. I say check it out. It's on Hulu.
Okay, so next on my list is Riverdale. So far,
boo!
He's never seen it, guys.
I've seen pieces of it. I'm only booing it because it has Zach and Cody in there. Well, the parts I've seen of them, I don't know which one's in it, but the parts I've seen of either Zach or Cody in it, I did not like the character. To me, if they're not on either on a ship or in a hotel, I ain't watching it.
Can I talk about my show now? Okay, so Riverdale is so good. It is based off of the Archie Andrews comics, hence why the main character's name is Archie Andrews. So basically what's it about is, obviously, like I said, the comics. What?
You said what's it about?
Stop.
Basically, what's it about?
Yeah, it follows him around high school and his group of friends. A new girl does show up in the first season, and she becomes a part of the friend group eventually. And there's like a love triangle going on. But how it all started was there was a murder in the first season. But yeah, season 4 came out this year. It had you like mind blown. Like, yeah, I was like, what?
She was raving about it.
I came out here and was like, oh my god, you would not believe what just happened. Does your mom watch it? Because he was on the phone with his mom. And he was like, and I was just like, ask her. And he's like, do you watch Riverdale?
It didn't go down like that.
It basically went down like that. And then I finished it. You guys, must watch.
All right, so the next one on my list is going to be on Apple TV Plus. It's called Defending Jacob. The last episode just came out actually this past Friday, which was really good. The series is really good. The last episode, I mean, obviously, like, the last episode serves a purpose, but it does, like, bring everything together to me a little bit. But anyways, it's starring Captain America, Chris Evans.
His favorite.
The best Avenger. Do not debate me. And it has the boy from It, Jaden Martell, which he plays the role really well. I feel like, he plays those roles, like those scary or like mysterious roles good. I guess it's just the look also that he has, but yeah, so it's a really good show. It's kind of self-explanatory, defending Jacob. So they're defending Jacob because one of his classmates gets murdered, and the suspicion that it was him, especially with the, I guess like this weird things that he does online and stuff, and kind of joked about it in a sense. So yeah, the show basically is like a murder mystery kind of, and like a legal drama. So there's a few twists in the show, and I guess it keeps you wondering, also like, did he do it? Did he not do it? And it also has to do with like how the parents deal with the situation, because both of them kind of have different approaches to it. It's based on a novel actually, so you might have read the book maybe. Yeah, it's really good. The ending, to me, I can see people not liking it. I can see people also liking it. For me, I actually do like the ending a lot because I think it just ended well without saying too much. But yeah, it's Defending Jacob. It's on Apple TV Plus. You can check it out now.
Okay, so the last one on my list, guys, if you haven't watched this, if you have never heard of it, if you don't have Netflix, what are you doing? And you're living under a rock. Outer Banks, hyped up.
Yeah, that one was really hyped up. So you guys have probably heard of it or have even seen it, but that was a really good one.
So the main character's name is John B. And his dad goes missing.
He's been missing for like a year is where it starts off at, basically.
Yeah. His dad is looking for some type of treasure that the whole town has been looking for many years.
Well, plus everyone thinks his dad's dead.
Except for him, he won't believe it until he sees it, basically. So one day, him and his friends go on their boat just to cruise around or whatever. And they end up finding a sunken boat. They go check it out. They found a compass that belonged to John B's dad. So that got him wondering why was this on his boat? He's not here. That's not his boat. Why is it there? So.
And everybody wanted the compass.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
So while he is trying to find his dad, he starts getting into trying to find the treasure as well, like his dad was doing. His friends were just kind of playing into it. Thought he was a little crazy. Thought he was just missing his dad because he found the compass. But something happened to where they started to believe him and actually genuinely started to help him find the treasure. But yeah, it's a must watch. It's a really good show. So go check it out on Netflix.
All right, so the last one that we have for you guys today in this episode is going to be Devs. It's a Hulu original. It's a limited series. So basically it's about this couple that works at a tech company. One of them gets promoted into the devs team. But it's a secretive team, I guess you can say. They have their own building, on the campus that's in the woods kind of, and nobody knows what goes on in the devs. So basically a murder ends up happening, and then one of them tries to figure out what's going on in this place. Yeah, it's a weird, kind of a crazy show. And if you're into any computer simulation theory or multiverse stuff, then I think you'd be into this show. It also plays into the whole free will versus determinism. It's one of those shows where it's kind of trippy and what goes on, and kind of crazy if one day we can reach this type of technology. But yeah, so I would say check it out. It's really good. It's only 8 episodes. It's only, like I said, it's only one season. I think it's only going to be one season. And I watched it on Hulu, so you guys can go check that out if you want to. All right, so that's going to be it for the episode. Like she already said, we'll be doing this every month on the 1st. I think this went well. It's the first one, so it'll get better. Eventually, I don't want to be sitting here. I'd rather be sitting at a desk or something, or at a table. In a chair. Or on the ground.
If you're interested in any of the shows or the movies that we had mentioned in this episode, we'll leave them linked down in the description, so be sure to check that out if any of them caught your attention. Yeah,
we'll put the trailer down below. So yeah, the point of this series also is we kind of want to make a space where there's just a bunch of ideas and suggestions of things that people can watch. So we're going to give you stuff that we watched. Hopefully you guys give us stuff that you watched. So yeah, so like this video if you enjoyed it. Definitely comment down below any of the stuff that you've watched. You can just do the whole year, I guess, since that's kind of what we did. So yeah, help us grow. This is a new channel, so there's not many of you guys here. But like I said, if you enjoyed it, definitely subscribe, definitely like, definitely comment, share it. So we're gonna definitely be putting out a lot of content, hopefully. I mean, that's the plan. And what I mean by a lot is mostly just at least 1 a week, sometimes 2. But anyways, I'm Matt.
I'm Nicole.
This is Oakley, and that was a piece of us.